Can you hear me now? I forgot to turn on my mic. Can you hear me now? If the Mets win this game, I will be celebrating and opening these old baseball cards. These are giant baseball cards from the 1981 season. These are among the first baseball cards I ever remember buying. And I bought a lot of them on eBay for under $10. So, I like these. It's only Mets and Yankees in the year. Well, get to 500. I said if you have a chance, and if they can win it, if they can hold on, they'll get to 500. They'll get over 500. I wasn't going to talk about them being a playoff team until they got to 500. Now they're close. Two. The only thing I'm a little disappointed about is I like Stone Cold in his day. There's no the problem with the Mets right now is lack of depth. Robinson Cano might have a torn hamstring. Hopefully McNeil, it's only a cramp. I still don't have it. I still don't really believe. I still don't really believe this is happening. I can't really on console right now because right now it's hard. It's hard. Cano is torn. McNeil, if McNeil's gone, forget it. McNeil's the heart and soul of the Mets. Pete Alonso might be the big home run hitter. But if you ask me, Jeff McNeil is the heart and soul of the Mets. It's not Pete Alonso. It's Jeff McNeil. I like Alonso as much. But the heart and soul of the Mets truly is McNeil. Now, you got to keep this one thing in mind. The Mets are playing the Little Sisters of the Poor. But this is a good comeback. I mean, this is only the third time in Mets history that they've been 11 games under 500 and have gotten over 500. All right, guys. I said I'll do some card openings. So it's card opening time. Open up the ancient cards. Open up the ancient cards. This is from the 1981 season. These are baseball cards, Topps Giants home team series. So that means the only teams that are in here are Mets and Yankees. And they would sell these at the little delicatessen. I think they cost like a quarter at the time back then. Maybe 50 cents. And what you would do with these is there's 12 Yankees and 6 Mets. The Mets were still a pretty lousy team back then. And I remember getting these back then. And I have a few of them around somewhere. But I remember really liking the Rusty Staub card that was in here, and I put Rusty Staub on my wall way back when. So let's see these cards. I'll give you an example of what they look like. And here we go. And these were made in 1981. The Mets were still pretty lousy under. And they had like these simulated autographs on here too. They were pretty lousy back then. This is when they had the uniform with the armband, the blue and orange armband. Frank Tavares. You want to talk about lousy Mets? This guy was lousy. Lousy. This guy is one of the symbols of how terrible the Mets were in the 70s. and he was still playing for the team in 1980 when these cards were made for the 1980 season. And you see back here, there's 12 Yankees available, 6 Mets. So if you're a Met fan, you're trying to get those 6 Mets. But if you're a Yankee fan and you got a Met, boy, you must have felt real sick to your stomach, I guess, back then. So I'll open these until I get the collection, or I'm finished with as many packs as I have. Ooh, 2 for 2 at Mets. 2 for 2 at Mets. And fortunately, there's only 1 here. And if you want to help me, I'm not asking for anything, but I would love any time you donate cards to me, I'll gladly open them on camera. Doug Flynn. One of the bums the Mets got for Tom Seaver. Great fielder. Horrible hitter. Horrible hitter. He could get a good triple every now and then. He didn't have much power. Won a Gold Glove like 1980 or so. I've hired somebody to begin working on the website. So the big brain money is on its way to people to do the website. I've finally hired somebody to do the work. So keep an eye out. Let's see who this is. Oh, we got a Yankee. Rupert Jones. Not a very memorable Yankee. He was actually the first pick in the 1977 expansion draft by the Seattle Mariners. So this guy was an original Mariner who went on to play for the Yankees and a couple other teams, Padres. So, here we go. Let's see who's in card number 4. Neil Allen. Neil Allen. He was the hot shot closer for the Mets that came up in at the start of the 1980s. Eventually, the Mets would trade him for Keith Hernandez. So I got half the Mets. There's 6 Mets, 12 Yankees in this collection. Well, I'll see. I have a tough time believing the Mets could actually get to wild card with all their injuries, the lack of depth. But, I'm shocked that they've actually got back into it. And these are good simulated autographs. I tell you, they almost look real. Here's another Yankee, Bob Watson. Of course, he later became Yankee general manager. He's more famous, though, for his years in Houston. He scored like the millionth run in baseball history in 1976. Did you know that? A solid player, all-star at one point. All right, let's see who is next. Who cares about the Yankees? The Yankees are in another league. You see, I'm one of those Met fans that doesn't care about the Yankees with the success. It's another Rupert Jones. Dupes. I hate dupes. Dupes suck. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Mazzilli. Lee Mazzilli. Of course, Mazzilli was the Mets top star in 1980. 2 years later, they traded him, stunning their fans for 2 minor league pitchers. And you could probably bet I don't remember. I was too young to remember if they were actually angry about the Mets trading Lee Mazzilli. But they got 2 minor league pitchers for him. One of them was Ron Darling. The other one was Walt Terrell, who they traded turned around and traded to get Howard Johnson, and then Lee Mazzilli comes back for the '86 postseason run. Talk about trades that actually end up working out for the Mets. And Lee Mazzilli actually ended up playing part of the '82 season with the Yankees. So that's 4-6 Mets I got. Alrighty. Moving along. Oh, big one. Big one. I actually had this one previously. This one my father hung on his wall. Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson. You see, these are the first cards the first baseball type of things I remember. I was in kindergarten when these things came out. Reggie Jackson. You know, if you look close enough, you can tell who's in here. If you can see like the interlocking in line, you know it's a Yankee. So you could probably cheat. Rudy May. I don't even remember him with the Yankees. No, he was a pitcher in the 70s, 80s. I don't remember him too much. I think he had like a lousy postseason '81 for the Yankees. That's about all I remember from him. I remember my father cursing at the TV when Ron Davis was sucking in the '81 World Series. One of my earliest sports memories. Let's see. Another Neil Allen. Another Neil Allen. Dupes suck. Dupes suck. So we got 4 out of 12 Yankees and 4 out of 6 Mets. This is another dupe, but it's Reggie. So it's actually a pretty good one. Goose Gossage. Hall of Famer, top closer. Everyone knows the Goose. Now he's the angry old man on the porch hating modern baseball. Getting a good run of Yankees here now. Of course, there's 2 Yankees for every Met. Greg Nettles. Of course, legendary third baseman. Gold Glover. I personally think the Yankees should retire number 9 for him. They already retired it for Maris. I think this should be like they do with the number 8, double retire the number. So that's now half the Yankees and 4 out of 6 Mets. Will I get them all? Will I get them? Oh, here's a good. Oh, this is a Yankee one, but this one I like. This one I really like, and I had this one too. Calling for the manager's head and GM is something fans do, Eric. We don't just root for people blindly like you do in the Midwest. Rick Cerone, Newark native. The Yankees acquired him after the death of Thurman Munson. Newark native. He later played 1 season with the Mets. A lot of people don't know that. He owned the Newark Bears. I actually have a Rick Cerone Newark Bears bobblehead. But Rick Cerone, Newark native catcher. And here's the one I had on my wall. La Grande Orange. Rusty Staub. What else can you say about Rusty Staub? Should be in the Hall of Fame. Only player in baseball history to have 500 hits for 4 different teams. So that's 5 of 6 Mets. I only need one more Met to complete this collection. I need 5 more Yankees. Ah! The one who started it all. Speaking about should be Hall of Famers, who knows who this is? Anyone watching, does anyone know who this is? Who is this? Does anyone know who this is? If you're watching and you could type the name, type the name. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to tell me who this is. It's not Jackie Robinson. It's not Dave Portnoy. Everyone knows his name. And everyone has come to dread his name. Everyone dreads this man's name. Everyone dreads their favorite pitchers getting this guy's name. Yes, indeed, it is Tommy John. Do you know this guy has like 287 career wins? Played another 13 years after having the surgery. How is he not in the Hall of Fame? Can someone explain to me how Tommy John is not in the Hall of Fame? So that's now 8 Yankees. I need 4 more. These are 1981 cards, so these are old. Dave Winfield. The Yankees didn't sign Dave Winfield into the 80 offseason, so this is like probably his first Yankee card. So this is Dave Winfield. So I need 3 more. 3 more. Dave Winfield was also drafted in the ABA. Bet you didn't know that. Speaking of Yankee Met connections, Willie Randolph, longtime legendary Yankee, later played for the Mets. Later managed the Mets, and of course was there with the collapse and has never managed again because he's to blame for the collapse. How can you say that? How can you say that? You said the champagne will taste sweeter with the struggles. No, you don't say that as a manager. You don't say that. So let's see. We got 10 Yankees, 5 Mets. We only need 2 more Yankees. We're missing Guidry and fucking Dent, and we're missing Alex Trevino on the Mets side. Another Maz. Another Rudy May. Another Frank Tavares. So we're having a little bit of dry run here with all these friggin' dupes. Dupes suck, remember? Yes, I did. I did cut my hair myself. Bucky fucking Dent. Yes, I did cut my hair myself. Of course, everyone knows Bucky fucking Dent, and especially in Boston, as they call him. That's where he earned his nickname. The big home run, 1978. 1-game playoff. Another Goose Gossage. So I'm waiting for one more Met and one more Yankee. One more Met, one more Yankee. Let's see who's in here. Another Bob Watson. Dave Winfield. Dave Winfield again. Where's Guidry? I need Guidry. Another Rusty Staub. I have pork chops tonight. Bucky Dent again. Any Red Sox fans want Bucky Dent? You want Bucky Dent? Craig Nettles again. Boy, when you just need one card on each side, it gets kind of tough to get that one card. Well, at least I got the last Met I needed. Alex Trevino. Alex Trevino, not a very memorable Met. Catcher, I don't know why they would put him in this collection. He was a bum. Bum-ba-dum-bum. Let's see who's in this one. Reggie Jackson again. I am, but you're not saying anything. You're saying shit. How am I supposed to say anything? I'm going to turn on my phone. Fuck. People like that, I'm not answering. All right, so we got all the Mets. Do I get that Guidry card or will I not get the Guidry card? That's the question here. It's Ron Guidry! So that's it. This is the collection. So I'll keep these last 3 packs unopened. I had actually opened up one earlier, which was a Randolph, but here we go. So these 3 I'll keep unopened. And, well, Ron Guidry has a very good record. You know, you can make an argument for him to be in the Hall of Fame. So here's the Mets collection. Neil Allen, Doug Flynn, Lee Mazzilli, La Grande Orange, Rusty Staub, Frank Tavares, and Alex Trevino. No wonder the Mets were losing 90 games every year back then. And Joe Torre was the manager. And the Yankees went to the World Series in 81 with these players. Rick Cerone, Bucky Dent. You know, the Yankees actually traded Bucky Dent to the Rangers to get Lee Mazzilli after the Mets traded Mazzilli for Darling. Goose Gossage, Ron Guidry, Reggie Jackson, Joe Torre was a player manager for the Mets in 1977 and managed the Mets till 1981. Tommy John, Rupert Jones, Rudy May, Craig Nettles, Willie Randolph, Bob Watson, and Dave Winfield. I'll be doing another card opening probably next week or so. So keep your eye out. And if you ever want to help out, maybe I'll start a Patreon because I like these card openings. I've seen other people do it, and I think it's very entertaining. And it'll be a good time to engage and reminisce about different players. So see if you can contact me and see if you want to send me anything. Great seeing the Mets win over 500. I'm actually shocked. Why would I talk about Leslie? You know, he got kicked out of Yankee Fan Fest the other day because he's a fucking moron. I mean, he's a total fucking idiot. Total fucking idiot. He's not even worth thinking about. I'll do any modern one. Little secret. My next card opening will be a modern one. Stay tuned. So, thanks again for tuning in. And if they go as smoothly as this, I'll be doing a lot more of these.